Hello, my name is Kendall and welcome back to another creepy and spooky video. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Kendall. Today's topic is going to be about the disturbing and mysterious tale of Wendigos. If you see me looking down, I have a script here, so don't mind that. Wendigos originate from this specific folklore. I'm not going to try to say it because I'm going to mess it up. Unlike most creatures, Wendigos are much closer to you and I than what we would ever expect, and more relatable than what we would ever dream of. They begin as humans like you and I, with deep emotions, aspirations, dreams, but eventually are put in a very vulnerable and isolated position, being stranded out in the woods or the mountains, somewhere where they can't call for help, somewhere where there is no help. Being far from food and civilization, they began experiencing intense hunger as some people would describe it. There's nothing else to eat, so they continue to wander and get more famished each and every day. Eventually, the hunger takes over them, causing an insatiable need to feed. This is where they are susceptible to becoming a Wendigo. If they are alone, they will hunt, and if another human being comes across their path, then that person is done. But if they're in a group, they will eat the weakest, all the way up until there's one left. The hunger subsides, but not for long enough. They begin craving human flesh again. And the more they eat, the worse the hunger becomes, and the worse the person looks. Their skin begins to change, turning into a green, palish yellow color, eventually turning black as necrosis sets in. The smell of their bodies become unbearable as they smell of rotten flesh. Their jaw begins to elongate, no longer being recognizable to human. Their body shrivels up to the point where you can see their bones. Though this process isn't done yet, there are mental tolls too. As they become farther and farther from you and I, their minds begin to change. It goes from feeling guilty because they ate another human being to now they only see it as being their next meal. The voice of wrongdoing and morality slowly fades. Every normal emotion is thrown out as all they can think about is eating. Nothing matters anymore. All that matters is food. Their senses are heightened and intelligence builds. As they become stronger, they become one of the most perfect apex predators. If you think this is bad, unfortunately, it is not over. As in order for them to hunt effectively, their bodies must also change even more. They become extremely tall, up to 8 feet, so that they can travel distances quicker. Their facial bones grow, eventually resembling something close to a deer. When this happens, their normal skin begins to peel off. The smell is terrible, but there's no longer bleeding. Their vocal cords enlarge as they want to be able to attract and scare off whatever they need to, even being able to mimic other people's voices. Their thoughts are gone. Their body is gone. Their face is gone. Are they even human anymore? Now, there are a couple things that you should know about these creatures. 1, Wendigos can be contagious. Though it takes a lot to make a Wendigo bleed, and at certain points it's impossible, if you happen to get a drop of blood in your cut or an injury, you will become a Wendigo yourself. Escaping a Wendigo is extremely difficult, also nearly impossible, but if you do, and you're bitten by one, well, their saliva is now introduced into your bloodstream, and you might become a Wendigo yourself as well. Number 2, they have effects just being near you. These creatures are often found in far off, remote, abandoned places. There have been rare occasions when they have been spotted trying to blend in with typical civilization. Their high intelligence and great ways of manipulation can stir anger, violence, evil in the minds of those it's surrounded by. So, yes, it can mimic your voice, and yes, it can try to look like you. At this point, they may sound unstoppable, but what can stop them? One of their only weaknesses is their cold, frozen heart. Either by cutting it out, burning it, or striking it, can this creature be destroyed. Now, before ending this video, do you want to hear a story? This story is called The Wendigo Baby. There was once a young couple who lived in a city, but once they found out that the wife was pregnant, they wanted to move to a more secluded, quiet area. They moved to a remote cabin, but they weren't prepared for the harsh winters. Once the season of snow came along, the roads became slick and blocked. There was no going in and there was no going out. The night after a harsh winter storm, the couple walks in to check on their baby boy, and they were deeply saddened to find that he had become mysteriously ill. Full of worry, the parents immediately began seeking help. With little options, they decided to use an enigmatic stranger in the village who claimed to be able to help the child. Because of them being new to the area, they were fully unaware of the dangerous creatures that were hidden below this seemingly beautiful and peaceful land. And little did they know that the stranger harbored a dark secret. The concerned parents ultimately decided to give their child to the mysterious man for a night. The next day, the child was returned in much better health, laughing and smiling, but he was still sick. Full of trust, the young couple once again gave their child over to the mysterious man for one last night. But when they came to pick up the child was nowhere to be found, and nor was the man. Once the snow cleared, the parents hurried to ask everyone in the area if they've seen their child or seen this mysterious man, and everyone was clueless until the couple started to describe him. He had pale skin, bluish lips, a little bit of a smell, and his hair was darkened and falling out. Everyone went silent, and everyone's faces went pale. That concludes today's video about the Wendigo. If you have any suggestions on anything you would like to see, please comment them down below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!